Assalamu alaikum. This is Saira, and we are continuing our chapter homeostasis, and we were at excretion in animals. Here we are going to discuss some excretory materials in animals. When animals, body of animals process proteins and nucleic acids, they convert them after digestion into amino acids and nitrogen bases. Nucleic acids are gone into nitrogen bases, and out of these two they take out amino group. Some animals convert or release this amino group as ammonia to outside because this amino group is not of their any use of them, so they release it out as a waste material. So first product that is being excreted, that's ammonia. Other type is urea. Ammonia is usually produced by aquatic animals like fishes. Urea is discharged by mammals, amphibians, shark, and some bony fishes. And there is one more waste product, that is uric acid, and this uric acid is released by birds, insects, reptiles, land snails, etc. Let's go through the text. It says the removal of harmful nitrogenous substances from the body is excretion. In different animals, various types of nitrogen compounds are produced, such as ammonia, uric acid, creatinine, trimethylamine oxide, and hypoxanthine. These compounds are produced due to metabolic processes in the body, and we know metabolic processes are maybe anabolic or catabolic. These compounds, ammonia, uric acid, and urea, are very important because they can be described in the following manner. Ammonia, as you can see here, it is NH3 nitrogen. One nitrogen combines with 3 atom of hydrogen and makes ammonia. It's a very harmful gas molecule because it causes damage to the cells, living cells, and is easily passed through the cell membrane. It is highly soluble in water. When it is dissolved in water, it becomes less harmful. It is the excretory product of aquatic animals. When it is produced, it dissolves in water and removed from the body through skin or by urine. In the body of invertebrate animals, ammonia is removed through their skin, and in fishes, large amount of ammonia is excreted out in the form of ammonium ions through their gills. Less amount of ammonia is removed by kidneys, very less, because they may causes any harm to kidney cells. That's why they are very less into kidneys. Then second material is urea. As you can see here, formula of urea, it includes NH2 amine combined with carbon dioxide, twice as carbon and oxygen. So let's discuss this in detail. Urea is the excretory product of mostly land animals like mammals. Many amphibians, shark, and few fishes releases this urea. It is very less dangerous and harmful, about 100 and 1,000 times lesser dangerous than ammonia. A large amount is not harmful like ammonia. If it produces a large amount of urea in our body, that is not as compared to ammonia is harmful. Urea is produced as a result of metabolism in the liver from ammonia. And initially NH3 is produced in the body, but it combines with carbon dioxide and forms urea. In this process, ATP, that stands for adenosine triphosphate compounds, are used. The urea combines with water and excreted out along with urine. We know that we human beings, we also excrete out urea as a waste material in the form of urine. The third product is uric acid. Here we can see 5 carbons, 3 oxygen, 4 nitrogens, and 4 hydrogens. So yeah, there is a need of much carbon dioxide here and some water as well. Uric acid is the excretory product of insect, bird, reptiles, and land snails. These animals do not use more water, so urine is not produced in their body. they produce uric acid, which is water insoluble. Water insoluble का क्या benefit है? Say they are not going to consume water and they just come out in the form of paste or crystals or solid materials. Like हमने पहले ही बात की थी कि जो lizard है, wall lizard घर में आप easily उसकी feces देख सकते हो. उसका urine जो है वो thick paste type का होता है, वो आपको even urine भी नहीं लगेगा. वो जो excretory material होता है वो उसका paste type का होता है, वो उसको छोड़ देता है. Same for birds. Birds की जो वो feces है वो बहुत thick होती है. Because they are releasing uric acid that is insoluble in water, and these are removed from the body of animal. These thick paste or crystals or solid forms are excreted through the body. Now, as we know, our syllabus includes some of the important examples, some of the important animals as example of excretion. Sorry, my hand is moving too much today. It's aching as well, so let's just excuse me. Okay, the first important organism is hydra, and it's a water living animal as we know, and in its body the excretory products are produced in the form of ammonia, because we just discussed that water living animal usually produces ammonia because it's very much water soluble. It just diffuses out of the body and mixes in with water and leaves body rapidly. It is excreted out through skin as well as it comes into the gastrovascular cavity and then removed from the body along with water. Simply because hydra belongs to Nidaria, we call them Cylindrita. They have a gastrovascular cavity where water comes and just goes, and whatever the water, food, oxygen, carbon dioxide, whatever they need to take, they take it from that water that is coming into gastrovascular cavity, and all the waste materials are added to that liquid, and they just go out through the cavity from the same way. Okay. Next animal is planaria. Planaria is flatworm. In planaria, the excretion of waste nitrogenous products takes place through the general surface of the body, as well as by special excretory organs called flame cells. These flame cells are also called protonephridia. Let's see why they're called flame cells. Because the scientists, when they were working on these cells, they explored this flame-like, the candle flame-like of a structure. So they named it as flame cell. Okay, and protonephridia, they are called. Nephridia is for kidney, proto is for initial. So this was the very primitive type of kidney or excretory organ that was found by scientists, so that this is the reason they named it as protonephridia. In the body of planaria, there is a system of branch tube-like bodies that we just named as flame cells. These are two longitudinal excretory trunks, one on either side of the body. They're talking about this. One trunk is this, and the other trunk is this. They are two parallel on the two sides of the body. We're talking about this, okay? Okay, so this here on either side of the body, they open to the outside by small pores known as nephridopores. Since their function is excretion, that's why they're called nephridio. And because they are holes, that's why they're called pores. Nephridopores. These are the excretory pores which are open out to the body through the surfaces. That's why these pores are called nephridopores. Okay, and the whole structure is called flame cell, and each flame cell is then connected to a nephridiopore or excretory pore through this duct. Okay, just bear this in mind. Let's back to the text. Internally, these excretory trunks divide and redivide into a number of small branches. At the end of these branches, spatial cells are present called flame cells. The flame cells are club-shaped hollow cells. In their internal cavity, many cilia are attached, which perform a movement like a flame of candle. So the cells are called flame cells. अच्छा बच्चों, मैं आपको बताऊँ, ये जो क्लब शेप है बायो में, जो रैकेट टाइप शेप होती है, इसको क्लब शेप कहते हैं. ठीक है, आपने कुछ फंगस भी पढ़े होंगे और कुछ और स्ट्रक्चर्स आप पढ़ोगे, देखोगे, जिनको क्लब शेप कहा जाएगा. तो दिस क्लब शेप इज फॉर दिस रैकेट काइंड ऑफ शेप, एंड दिस से these are cilia, and jointly unitedly they move like a flame of candle. That's why they are named as flame cells. Okay, so the flame cells absorb all the waste excretory products which are driven to the main branches by the movement of cilia or flame cells. When the excretory products come into the longitudinal excretory trunks, they are removed out of the body through the nephridiopore. They say it goes through this trunk, और जैसे जैसे वो वेस्ट मटेरियल ज़्यादा जाता है इन डक्ट्स के अंदर, वो वहाँ से उसको सीलिया वाले फ्लेम सेल में लेके जाते हैं. एंटर थ्रू डक्ट, फ्लेम सेल ट्रीट दम एंड जस्ट थ्रो दम आउट थ्रू दीज एक्सक्रीटरी pores, whatever the waste they find. Okay, so I am going to send these pictures as attachment on the Facebook page, on our Facebook page. It will be available in the WhatsApp group that Ms. Sadaf has formed. And in any case, if you still need to find some further information, you can just feel free to contact me, and I will inshallah be emailing or sending you through as attachment the notes that I had provided earlier in the academic year. Okay, so next important animal included in syllabus is earthworm. Girls, as we know, we are going to do that section of earthworm as well, and we are going to find out, we need to take up the excretory organ of earthworm, and we need to make a temporary slide of them. So let's see what they are. Excretion in earthworm. The excretory system of earthworm consists of a small coiled tubes called metanephridia. Here it was protonephridia. It's here. Okay, and now it is metanephridia. Meta means later or modern or developed, or the one that came later on. They are found in all segments except first three and last segment. The metanephridia are open at both sides. The structure of nephridium. Okay, nephridia is plural, nephridium is singular. Like bacteria is plural and bacterium is singular. Okay, so just don't get confused. It is just singular, plural as it comes in biological terms. Okay, each nephridium consists of three parts. First, a ciliated funnel or nephrostome. Stome is for funnel. Funnel like a sieve-like structure of funnel. वो जो चाय के लिए कोई भी liquid pour करने के लिए हमारे पास बर्तन होता है, we call it funnel. ठीक है, कीफ भी कहते हैं उसको उर्दू में. The main body of nephridium, and the third part is nephridiophore. Again, you can guess nephridiophore must be an excretory hole or pore. Now, first discuss nephrostome is a rounded, ciliated funnel which communicates with the coelom. What is coelom? Body cavity. Here it is. This is an earthworm. This is the cross section of earthworm. This is the body cavity coelom. These are the segments. And this is the continuous canal that is helping to share the materials. Now, the single segment, the single compartment contains a whole metanephridia. Metanephridia, the first part is this funnel-like structure. We call it nephrostome. Nephrostome takes the liquid in, passes through this longer tube, and then whatever they found as waste material or urine, they just throw it out. Okay, this is the extra large image of this nephrostome. This is nephrostome. This is the convoluted tubule like we found in our urinary tubule, and then whatever the waste they found, that is thrown away with the help of this nephridiopore. Okay, let's get back to the text. By a slit-like opening or mouth, the nephrostome collects coelomic fluid and transfers it into the main body of nephridium. Second is main body, that is this convoluted body. The main body of nephridium consists of two parts: coil tubular part, this one, and a bladder, this one. Okay, it is the first part. The nephrostome opens into this part, the like this. Okay, here. Okay, the coelomic fluid passes through this part. From the inner cells of tubule, some excretory substances are also secreted. When fluid moves along the tubule, its cells reabsorb important substances from it and transfer them into the blood. These substances are used again by the body, and after reabsorption, only urine is left in the tubule. Bladder is coiled tubular part opens into a white part called bladder. From tubule, urine is transferred into this. Okay, then comes nephrodiopore, this tiny hole. Then bladder opens outside by a small pore on the skin. Through this pore, urine is excreted out. Okay, this is very much important, and our time is just running out, so I'm just hurriedly moving towards the next and last important organism, that is cockroach. So the process of excretion in cockroach is important, but guys, you need to remember that excretory organ in hydra is it happens through gastrovascular cavity. In planaria, it happens through protonephridia. In earthworm, it is done by metanephridia. Now comes to cockroach, it is done by Malpighian tubule. So let's read it. Cockroach and other insects. In cockroach and other insects, the harmful nitrogenous products are removed through the body by special tube-like structure called Malpighian tubules. The tubules are attached to the interior part of an ileum. Ileum is a small intestine. This is ileum, and they are attached to the anterior part of this is ileum, and they are attached to the interior part of ileum. They are called Malpighian tubule. Upon dissecting cockroach, you will be able to see them in orangish color. Okay, and these tubules are attached to the interior part of ileum, which is a part of hindgut. The Malpighian tubules are embedded in the blood, that is hemolymph. As we know, cockroach doesn't possess a red color blood or a true blood. They instead have hemolymph, that is whitish color. That's an open circulatory system, means blood doesn't circulate in a closed circulatory system. Rather, it is just a spread in the all over the body, and material is being exchanged between the hemolymph and cells. They absorb all nitrogenous substances from blood and pour them into ileum. The latter part of tubule reabsorbs important substances. The uric acid, when comes into rectum, it also reabsorbs water, salt, so uric acid becomes almost dry, then it is excreted out of the body. And you all must have seen pieces of cockroach that they are very dry and powdery, not powdery, but they are in the form of small crystals or solid substances. They are not paste-like or liquid or something like that. Okay, so it is done till here, and in this lecture I'm going to explain functions of liver. Have a good day, bachos. See you.